Alright, looks like we're recording here. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Snowstorm Studios. It's been a hot minute since I posted a video on this channel, and I apologize for that, but as you guys can tell by the sweatshirt I'm wearing, the logo to this way of me, we're going to be talking about the New York Giants. This is going to be my first of hopefully a weekly show that I do where I talk about the football Giants and how they're doing, and my opinions on what they should do, what they're doing wrong, and what they need to do. And so, yeah, that's basically it. So let's get into it. I'm not going to waste your time. Last week, they played the Detroit Lions. The Lions came in at 3-3-1. The Giants came in at 2-5. I think they genuinely had a chance to beat it if two things. If Daniel Jones didn't turn the ball over, and if the Giants defense played halfway decently. Now, what happened? Daniel Jones did play well and did not turn the ball over too many times. And the defense played like absolute shit, and Matt Stafford made us look like a bunch of idiots. But I digress. Let me get into my points. We lost the game. We're now 2-6. We've fallen the division pretty far, and the Lions won, and now they're 4-3-1, I believe. Good for the Lions. They honestly played a better game. Their defense made enough plays. Their offense played very well. I'm not sold on Matt Stafford completely, but he played well against the Giants defense. So I made a tweet basically talking about all the points about what I thought of the game. And so with that said, I'm just going to get into the points. The negatives, first of all, we lost the game, guys. It's time to sell. And what that means is with the trade deadline coming up, we need to sell players to get picks. I personally don't think we should sell Nate Solder, which is an unpopular opinion, but I do believe that because there's no one better to protect Evan Ingram on the team. Or not Evan Ingram. There's no one better to protect Daniel Jones on the team, and he needs all the protection he can get. Nate Solder may be one of the key reasons we lost against the Lions, but there's no one else who will give us a better chance to win, so I'm going to say we need to stick with Nate Solder. With that said, Giants management needs to have a talk with this guy and say, you need to take a pay cut, my man, because this guy's getting paid way too much money for way less. He's not performing high enough. He's a captain. He's the worst player on the offensive line, which is something to say. Nate Solder, who was a great player on the Patriots, really has suffered this season and has been one of our weaker links on the offensive line. And has been a huge reason, I think, for Daniel's turnovers, especially when he gets strip sacked, and just for Daniel getting sacked. I mean, last week, the Cardinals looked fucking amazing, and they shouldn't have. Again, the second point, the defense played like crap, ridiculous. I don't know if James Bettcher needs to go, but I think Janoris Jenkins needs to go. I think we can get some good picks for him, and I just came to that conclusion in my head. I've always thought maybe you should keep him. If a team gives us a good enough draft pick or 2 draft picks, I think we should get rid of Janoris Jenkins and let him go. And then finally, my final negative, my third big negative about the game is Pat Shurmur needs to know when to throw a challenge flag. When it's a 4th and goal or 4th and 10 and you throw for a touchdown, and if you don't get the touchdown, you lose the game, basically, and you don't throw the flag, that's ridiculous. You had nothing to lose. I know you got criticized the week before, Pat Shurmur, for throwing the flag, but that was because you wasted a timeout in a time where we didn't need to waste a timeout. There was no point not to throw the flag because if we didn't throw the flag, it was a definite loss, and if we threw the flag, there was a chance. I know you're 0 for 5. There is a chance we may have gotten the flag. We may have gotten the flag rethrown, and we may have gotten the first down we needed to stay in the game, but we didn't do it. So head coach Pat Shurmur needs to learn how to throw flags. Throw flags when it's necessary, and don't throw flags when it's not necessary. When it's 4th and goal and we need a touchdown to stay in the game mathematically, throw the flag. When it is the first quarter and you throw a flag because, screw it, I'm going to throw a flag, maybe don't throw it. That's the difference. I don't know how that's hard to explain. I want to believe Pat Shurmur gets nervous in these moments and just kind of choked and said, no, I'm not going to throw the flag. I don't want to get ridiculed. But then when he looks back, he goes, oh, maybe it was stupid. I don't want to believe he genuinely still thinks that's a good idea. I want to believe he knows that was a bad idea and he fucked up again on the other end. And maybe now that he's fucked up on both ends, we get the middle. But I could be wrong. Those are my negatives. Positives, Daniel Jones made massive improvement, and he absolutely did. Besides for the backward lateral, where Saquon Barkley just didn't pick it up, which, by the way, he took credit for it because Saquon Barkley is the fucking GOAT. Besides for that play, Daniel Jones played a great fucking game. He did throw a pick, but luckily the corner couldn't keep both feet in bounds. But still, Daniel Jones played a great game. He threw 2 touchdown passes to Denarius Slayton, one to tight end Evan Ingram, and one to Saquon Barkley, and they were all great passes. and he played a much better game. And the thing is, I genuinely believe this. We could lose, as Giants fans, we should be okay with losing every single game for the rest of the season as long as every game Daniel Jones gets a little bit better. And it's one of the reasons I don't think we should fire head coach Pat Shurmur. Everyone on Twitter, after any loss, they go fire Shurmur. You do not want to do that to your rookie franchise quarterback because then he will not be able to grow. He will be stunted and then have to learn a new system. Let's leave Pat Shurmur. Let's let Daniel Jones grow. Let's let them trade their players, get draft picks, and let's give them one more year. The guy is a fucking rookie. Carson Wentz looked like shit when he was a rookie in the second year, or the third year, I forget right now. He looked like an MVP candidate until he decided to run to the end zone and get his knee blown up by the fucking Rams. But still, quarterbacks get better in their second year. So let's give him a chance, okay? I know we're wasting Saquon Barkley time. I know that. I go to bed every night and I think every day we don't give a shit, it's another day wasted of Saquon Barkley in his prime. I do know that, but the quarterback is the most important role, and that's why I don't think we should fire Pat Shurmur. Now, should we fire James Bettcher as the defensive coordinator? Maybe. I don't know why we got rid of Steve Spagnuolo. I liked him. I liked him when he did the intern head coaching. I know he didn't win that many games. I think he won 1 or 2. But I still thought he was a good defensive mind. He was there for a couple Super Bowls. I don't know why they got rid of him. Pat Shurmur decided, let me bring in the Cardinals coach, and with him, every year we'll grab a couple more Cardinals players until we're the Cardinals of the NFC East. Which, by the way, I don't know if the Giants know this, the Cardinals fucking suck, and I would not try to emulate what they do. I would try to emulate what the Patriots do, not what the Cardinals do. Just my opinion. Take it, leave it, I don't give a shit. The last big improvement I saw them make is, besides for Nate Solder, that line played pretty fucking well. I don't know how many times Daniel Jones was sacked, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't as many as the Cardinal game. It didn't feel like it. It felt like it was time for him to make throws in the pocket. He made smarter decisions, and that line did a very good job. Will Hernandez is a beast, and I fucking love him. Zimmers is awesome. And I forget the other two on the line because I'm an idiot, but they are good, and the line played a lot better. And if we see that improvement every week, I'm fine with that. This game was close. 26-31 does not actually make sense. They got 7 points in trash time. There was no way they were going to come back, so it was actually 19-30 or 31. Whatever that final score was, it was actually 19-31. That's the score I give them. They didn't do enough on defense to give them a chance. I thought they did enough on offense, besides for Nate Solder, who likes to get holding plays on the one fucking flea flicker they threw all year, and I was freaking out because they did it, but it fucked us in the ass. Oh well. Do I think they can beat the Cowboys next Monday? Maybe. I hope they do. I hate the Cowboys. And I know I have some viewers that are Cowboys fans, but I still hate the Cowboys. It'll be fun to watch. All I care about every time I watch a Giants game, all I'm looking at is Daniel Jones and am I seeing improvement. And last week against the Lions, I was seeing improvement. That is a win for the Giants. You can say, scrap the whole team, fire all the coaching, get rid of Gettleman. Luckily, the Giants ownership is smarter than you guys. Luckily, the GM is smarter. They're not going to do that because Daniel Jones is growing and we need to be patient at least a year. Comment down below. Let me know if you hate me for saying those things. But that's how I genuinely believe. That's what I genuinely believe is happening. As my genuine opinions. Thank you for watching. Sorry I haven't posted on this channel more. Hopefully I'll see you next week with a Giants victory. Peace.